Mai twiddles her fingers, or rather her thumbs. Are they really her thumbs? Lamau. Good day, good people. Somewhere finding the year of the Radiance. Get out of here, Asnir. Toon Link, Dave, Bravo, Dave, Anomaly, Lenovo Cars. If you know me as the man who's ready to get tag team action on a roll right now. But to most, I am the United States Savior. Welcome back to another phenomenal, another fantastic, and absolutely glorious episode before Friday Night Inferno. Before we step on the beaten path again to Ticket to Paradise of the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And we got a whole bunch of stuff to say today. So first and foremost, this is the last tag team episode in Ordeal. And I'll tell you what, we have all of the teams who have at least one character, one member, who has achieved some misfortune or a misfortune perk in this episode. And we even have one team where all three members got their misfortune on, so I was like, you know what, all three of you get in here. So, without further ado, let's get the show on the road and introduce everyone who's accumulated misfortune in tag team action. We got Chisa, who got a little misfire with Mr. H, nothing to report. Bug Hunters, CJ here with a little misstep with So. Baked in Blood, Haruka with a little misfire, and Mai, Magic Carpet Ride, Hajime with a little misstep, along with Takamichi, Deep Fried Chicken, our Agents of Chaos have little misfortune on both halves. A misstep for Teru Teru, La Senor with a mismatched bucket of bolts, Kibo's misbehave, Kana's here as well. Dinner Party sees a misstep in Karumi and Kanji. They see me rolling. Monica has a misfire recently acquired, as well as Mai, who's got nothing, but she's here to have fun, have a good time, have a little party. Dark Aesthetic has Shoko with Gundam and his misstep going on. Clean Sweep sees our janitor Seiko with a little mismatch. Flora is here as well. Pastry Party, Izuyoi, and Maple, who's got a misstep here and there. I Need a Hero has Masaru with a little misstep. Noelle is here to try not to get taken out by him because it's happened so often this season. Split Pass season. Monokuma with two, Misplace and Misbehave. Tom is gonna try and, avoid being a part of that. Twin Magic has the tie for the most misfortune from a single character this season so far. Kotoko with Misfire, Misplace, Mismatch. Will Kotoko maybe get another one or two misfortunes? Will she complete the collection and claim the misfortune, the true misfortune perk? We'll have to wait and see. Kotoka is also here as well. Lasting Shot sees Misfire and Misbehave between Nekamaru and Joker respectively. Vengeance has Sato and Clover. Sato with a Misfire. Photo shoot has Mahiru with a misstep, and Nahida with nothing. But she's here and she's a bean. You love Nahida. Also, for those who I think are wishing for Nahida, because I think her banner's up, good luck to you. May the onion be in your favor. Flames of Rebellion sees Nagito and On with a little misfire, which is kind of funny because she's got the fire going on. Time and Space, the Doctor, has a misstep, and Rendo's here with him. Mommy Milkers. Hiroko has a misfire, and Raiden Shogun is here. Light Cheat Steel has Crazy Ogamshalars misbehaving with Ranger. Couples Counseling has an unstable, annoying Jotaro. And Yuta, who's misfiring. Bottomless Pit has Akane, who's misbehaving, and Paimon's here as well. Fan Club sees Komaru, Tag Team Champion, and Oda Tag Team Champion. The champion's just always here. They don't have any misfortune, but they had to show up. They had to show up because chaos might reign. Glorious Domination, Sakura, who is competing tonight, as well as Nemona are both here. Nemona's misplacing. Rock Recruit sees a misfire on Ibuki and a misplace on Leon. Average Joe sees a mismatch on Joe and a misstep on Makoto. Full Investigation sees a mismatch on Yui and Haizo. Wander Bros sees a misplace from Rantaro on Wanderer is trying to survive. Clean Slice with Pekko mismatching. Both members of the team mismatching. Their team might not exist. Wait a minute. That's really funny. For Master Togami, we got a misstep on Pennyworth. Toko's here as well. Gamer Scores, that team I was talking about, all three members are here because they all acquired some misfortune. Mitsurai with a misstep, Kaede with a misfire, and Chiaki with a mismatch, misplace, and misstep. My gosh. And lastly, Azuru, here with a little mismatch. Sophie's here to try and help him with his human studies, and this is our final tag team action in Ordeal this season. Outside of tag team OC action, which will come back this Sunday, finish off this Sunday. So get hype, get excited for it, but that's not the only thing you should be getting excited for because it's something I've been teasing all season. It's finally time. This series has gone on for 13 seasons, and we've had some memorable performances, some memorable teamwork, some memorable OCs, and lastly, gosh darn, hundreds of memorable moments. And so, I think it's now time that we come together and reflect, remember. We gotta come forward. We gotta celebrate all who have triumphed, all who have won our hearts over in the Danganronpa Hunger Games Hall of Fame. Oh yes! I had nothing ready, and my brain was just like, alright, let's just put some words together. Let's get it together. It was a good shoot just now, you guys. It was a good shoot, and you know it. Because you're feeling it a little bit. That's right, the Hunger Games Hall of Fame will be opening. The submissions will be. Here's how we're gonna do it, at least at this point in time. At the end of the season, at the end of this season, once all of the games are done right before the finales, we will have the Hall of Fame induction. We will induct 2 characters from our 4 wings. We have 4 wings. We have an overall wing. Just a overall singles character. We have tag team wing. We have an OC's wing, and we have a moments wing. Every season we will induct 2 members into the Hall of Fame from each of the first 3 wings, the OCs, the tag teams, and of course, up in the sky, up above, we see them. Just the overalls. And last but not least, down there, in the moments, I don't know why I'm saying down there because there's not a graphic on the screen. In the moments, we'll induct 3 Hall of Fame moments. Just moments that you're like, oh my gosh, I remember this, this lives rent-free in my brain. I love it to bits. And that's what we're gonna do. And you guys, I will be selecting, I'll select 1 from each of those myself. But you guys will be submitting suggestions and voting upon who the other selections will be. 1 for the overalls. Who do you think from the tag teams really deserves it? Who do you think from the OCs truly deserves it? I'll announce mine first, and you guys will be voting on the rest of yours. And also, there will be 2 moments, so that's where you come in with your suggestions. Right now, on the US Aviator website, there is a form for, and that is also where our Hall of Fame members will be forever immortalized. Go ahead and submit all of your ideas. You can submit as many as you like. The form will clear every season, so you can submit some more ideas, but the ones that I'm like, oh my gosh, of course, yes. And yes, that's good reason. You put your reasoning in there too. I will go ahead and set up a poll for that, probably fan voting weekend, so get those in this week. Because I'll be assembling a poll probably, yeah, fan voting weekend. Yeah, we'll be doing that. So get them in this week. You got a week. Think back. Think and put all of your submissions in there. Put them all in there. Because the Hall of Fame is coming soon. Next week, I'm probably going to announce all of mine. So get ready for it. Because I got some ideas. There's some people who should very clearly be in the Hall of Fame. And I'm like trying to think of who should be the first ever person to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And that's just going through my mind right now. And I'll probably read some of your suggestions and I'll be like, you know what? That helps me solidify who I think should be the first. I think I have a couple ideas for who should be like the first OC and who should be the first tag team. The overall one, that's kind of hard. That's kind of hard for me, but I'm slowly figuring it out. I got a small list. I got a short list. But regardless, we got other things to do. Get excited for the Hall of Fame. It's gonna be like a little fun episode. I haven't completely decided, but I think I know how I want to do it and when I want to do it. I know when I want to do it. We'll get there. We gotta. No, we don't have to do this. We gotta spin. We gotta spin a wheel. Yeah, we sure do. I was out here like, alright, let me not forget to announce these Hall of Fames, because it's time, it's ready, let's get going. For right now, though, I gotta spin this wheel, and you saw them. Our Agents of Chaos here, our champions are here. And everyone wants to know what's about to unfold, because I'll be frank, there's not really a good chance for Chaos to reign in this one, but we've seen it rain plenty of other times in ridiculous scenarios, so let's see if it rains again. Because in 3, okay, maybe I should actually click The record button did not just swipe up. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's time. Let's get this bad boy spinning. We got ourselves an episode on our hands. Will true misfortune lie in the hands of our champions? Let's find out right now. Chaos is not going to rain today, but it may rain next week. Slightly larger chunk. But right now, everybody's safe, and I will keep this here so I can read a comment. But for right now, make your picks. First, second, and third, which team this season do you think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? I'm not saying a team that is from this season, and let me make it frank. Any team from all of the seasons can be nominated for the Hall of Fame. That's clearly, it's like tag team overall achievement, which is kind of harder because teams don't tend to stick around together for too long. But some of these teams that stuck around not together for too long, they popped off, and you know, some of them deserve to be Hall of Fame performances. That being said, what do I want? I want you to pick first, second, and third, clearly. Which of these teams do you think is, like, iconic enough to be Hall of Famers? I mean, that's what I want to know. And of course, you know, tell me how your day is going. Are you excited for Friday Night Inferno, another step on the beaten path? Who do you think, and I think I've probably already asked this, so I'll ask something else. Who do you think Sakura and Camilla have chosen as each other's opponents for tonight? Let me know. That's what I want to know. And of course, your comments are important. Like this one, like that one, and like this one from our minor 49er episode. Man, I cannot believe that yeah, I don't know I don't know why that came to my mind even, to have a minor 49er episode. I was just like, you know what's funny? The minor 49er. I'll actually answer Sharmila's question. Who is your least favorite villain from the Scooby-Doo series? That is a real good question, and I have Scrappy-Doo. There it is. I was gonna say I need to think about this one because I can only think about the greats. The Cyberman from Cyber Chase. It wasn't Cyber Chase. Cyber Chase is the PBS show. Cyber Chase, we're moving. We're beating Hacker at his game. Anyway, I'm popping off today. Thank you for the comments. Scrappy-Doo is my least favorite. If I had to choose like a master villain, Captain Cutler, the man who was in the sailor, not the sailor gear, but the scuba diver gear. Miss me with that. No thanks. That being said, I think we're ready to get the show on the road, aren't you? Let's do it. That's the yo. Yeah, I promise. Me accidentally pressing the wrong buttons by no means has anything to do with the secret episode, but I've done it a lot this season, and it sure does seem sus, doesn't it? Let's start the episode. Let's do this, let's hit it up, and we actually have quite a few teams who earned somebody who had misfortune. I thought that this might have been a shorter episode, but it's pretty much a normal episode. Let's start the round and let's see. Oh, I need to get out my pad because there's a whole lot of misfortune brewing. While I switch to the right page, Hornbears, could you, thank you. I didn't even really have to ask. Also, I want to point out, I have 3 more pages left in this pad. Now I have still a pack of 4, but we used a lot of pages recently. That being said, thank you, Hornbears. You are truly phenomenal. The phenomenal ones, in fact. However, we must keep going. And I'll be frank, I almost clicked the wrong button again. Mr. H doesn't know how bad yet things are about to be. He's about to be bad. It's about to be bad up in here. Shoka has found a table. Kamaru attacks her best friend Jack and Peko from behind, murdering them both. A team that I was excited to see. I was like, oh, their team might disband. They both have the mismatch. Kamaru says, yoink-a-doink, shmoink-a-doink, you both doink. Maya knocks out Flora in a fist fight, puts a death call on her. Monica collides with a tree. She's feeling mismatched now. Monica. Hey, Monica. You're gonna mismatch, huh? Let's get it on. La Senora can't take her eyes off of Terry. Terry so finds a handgun, shoots downward, fires straight through his foot. What a misfire. We have a whole bunch of A whole bunch of, because I'm telling you, every single time, I've been up in this percentage, so we're gonna see a whole bunch of misfortune. It's gonna be bad. Toko twitches uncontrollably. Karumi puts a death claw on Maya while she's asleep. Toko's being adorable as always. Clover comes down with a despair disease. She isn't feeling like herself. Hopefully she doesn't misbehave. Clover. The behavior. Oh my. Mahi just wants to be helpful. Akane isn't really feeling herself. She's absolutely frenzied. Uh-oh. Kanda's found a table. Hopefully nobody goes through it. Monokuma uses a mysterious gas to knock out Hiroko and Hajime, putting death collars on the both of them. Mitsurai trips and falls into Kaede, sending them both careening off of a cliff, leaving the person with the most misfortune on their team as the last one standing. Oh boy! Mai twiddles her fingers, or rather her thumbs. Are they really her thumbs? Lamau. Is it not like the others? Maple is looking out only for herself. Taichi is thinking of plans to get out of here. Masaru rambles on about something nobody cares about. An doesn't care much for this place. Hajime tries to rip the collar off. The death collar doesn't do any damage. Wanderer puts all of his items in a backpack, and let me tell you, it has a hole in it, and his items are going all over the place. Wanderer. Misplacing. Hiroko's ready for target practice. She finds a slingshot laying about. Time to make every pebble count. Ibuki wants something once and for all with Ibuki bites the dust. Raiden Shogun trips and falls in a real bad way, but not enough to kill her with a misstep. The Shogun. With a step in the wrong direction. Chiro does his best to avoid Cell Chakra. Attempts to kill Hajime, but Takamichi intervenes to protect him. Unfortunately, Takamichi dies in the attempt. A well-placed shot by Hiroko with her slingshot dazes Nekomaru. He's now a little bit crazy. He's dazed out here. Seiko cleans up Kaede's rotten corpse. Why did it rot so quickly, Kaede? That's sucks to suck. Yuta spot something shiny in the distance. Oda has found Jack's scissors. Well, cute boys beware. Rantaro, Sato, and Makoto grab their musical instruments and practice together. Kanji feels strong enough to handle anything except for John Cena. Teru! Anything but John. Teru trips and falls into Chihiro, sending them both careening off a cliff. However, Teru somehow survives the trips on the way down, and survives the fall. Mondo mopes around, uselessly. Yui befriends a Komodo dragon with a pair of aviator goggles. I'm not gonna like it. I do not like it. Pennyworth somehow finds a suit of medieval armor and puts it on. It gleams with a dazzling shine. Sophie finds a shiny red balloon. Such a dangerous place for such a poppable entity. Noel murders Komaru in front of Oda. Oda rushes to help, but Komaru dies in his arms. Nagito attempts to kill Nahida, but Mahiru intervenes just in time. Mahiru had to kill Nagito to protect Nahida's life. Good on you. Joe really doesn't understand what's happening. Makoto challenges Yuta and Kanji to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Yuta eats the most pancakes, and I think Yuta might have already been in this one. Maybe not. Yuta, get in there. That's all he needs, honestly. The Arkansas Great Potential and Nimona grant her an animo vision. Kipo wishes he could just go home. Naida was lost in thoughts, and the next thing she knows, she finds a wish ring. Hopefully she'll be responsible with a Flora. Tries to go Pennyworth, but the knight's armor diverts the blow. Leon's found a table. Somebody's gonna go through it. If not, they will tonight. Chiaki really hopes she doesn't have to harm anybody. Crazy Yoko Astrologist is looking particularly erratic today. Ranger looks for someone dumb enough to believe him. Something inside of Jotaro snaps. Jotaro's now frenzied. Tama wonders if he should build some machines and makes Yakiniku. And Paimon walks into a very strange machine. She's got ghost powers. Kotoko with a hydro vision. Chisa with the power of Persona. Good on her. Rendo's got a flamethrower. Kibo sneaks up on Heizo, but Heizo has known that he's been followed for ages now. Counterattacks and kills the robot. Ruka's ready for target practice. She finds a laser gun lying about. Can she even be stopped now? Sato, Rantaro, and Makoto grab their instruments and play a sad song for Kibo. The saddest of all moments, maybe even just a Clary Loon after they see Joker picking up what all looks neat and cool lying in various places. They are indeed playing a Claire de Lune 4. Jack, Pekka, Kaede, Mitarai, Ibuki, Takamichi, Chihiro, Komaru, Nagito, Kipo. You do hate to see it. However, you know what you love to see? I don't, but there's 57 left. We only lost 10, surprisingly enough. But with all the misfortune that just brewed, all the misfortune that's in play, I think we just gotta proceed and see what happens, right? We gotta proceed and see if anything good happens, right? Good things are probably on the horizon, right? You see all these people and you're like, oh yeah, something good's gotta happen, right? Oh no, something good's gonna happen, you guys. That looks like it could be something bad that's about to happen. Let's see, right? That's a lot of orange. That's a lot of orange. Nimona uses a gust of wind and blasts Chiaki off of a cliff. Their whole team's out. Masaru finds my climate change remote. What mayhem will he release upon the tributes? Well, as long as he hasn't fallen and taken out Noelle, good. Great. Crazy Yoko calms down, no longer subject to the whims of a changing brain, because her brain doesn't work anymore because Rantaro got rid of Crazy Yoko extra large. Akane looks for her next victim, so trips and falls in a really bad way. His neck is gone. Hiroko uses her slingshot to pelt Ruruka with rocks, which is more annoying than anything, really. Fair enough. Clover knocks out Raiden Shogun, and how did you do that? Well, I guess Clover's pretty tough. Death Collar on her. Sato looks up at a tree and sees a mistletoe hanging above. Leon sets up his table for grabbing Pennyworth by the throat, choke slams Pennyworth right through the table. Toko feels defeated after losing their teammate. They feel lonely. Toko has... let him in. And Joe confuses Makoto for Maple. So much so, you know what, I can see like a little similarity. He's on the wrong team now, though. The Raiden Shogun finds a slingshot out quaint. Second time this season, huh, Joe? Joker finds a bolt of Pokeballs. Kotoka uses the power of Hydro to put out Maya's campfire and says, next time that'll be you. Maya's confused. You won't be confused for long. Mr. H gets cocky and dies from a stupid mistake. Flora tries to kill Maple, but Maple retaliates and kills her instead. Tama tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks and succeeds. Awesome. Maple collides with a tree, having trouble remembering which team she's on. She's now mismatched. Uh-oh. I'd like to point out that Joe's on this team with Maple now, and Maple is now also mismatched. Well, Joe will not have to worry about getting mismatched again because he is dead. Kanji's got the power persona, hopefully it's the right one. Seiko attacks Joe from behind, gets rid of him. Monokuma also has the power persona. Rindo sets Kana's table on fire, then slams Kana through the flaming table. Rindo, no. Rindo, how could you? Jotaro looks for his next victim. Maya, Sato, and Rantaro play suspenseful music as Rindo chases Seiko. Monica, is that enough? She's mad. Taichi asks Rindo if he's found anything useful wrong. Wanderer sets down a trap. Heizo gets caught in one of Wanderer's traps, immediately hopes to be freed. Hajime finds a handgun, shoots downward, gets a little misfire. Hajime. So this is especially bad for any Danganronpa characters who get any more misfortune, just like Azuru, who's now misbehaving. Because they will be in the 1 vs 100 episode next week, so they will carry all of this misfortune with them. Kotoka's got the tank. Izzy puts a death collar on Mahiru while she's asleep. Ranger switches uncontrollably. A lot of blue now, surprisingly enough. Gundam finds an renewable Karis. Aren't those extinct? No, there's one right there. Kurumi sees dinner party as a bunch of chumps to be milked. Mai can't take her eyes off of Ruruka. Yuta's shadow. He accepts his own. Power Persona's on his side. Terra's got a table. Noelle's got a laser gun. I don't know if she's got the aim for it, but you know what? She can do anything. The Archon see great potential, and Sakura grant her an Electro Vision. Wouldn't expect Sakura to have Electro, but you know what? More power to her. Mahiru and Nahida's fingers touch by accident. They both blush a little bit, and then Nahida immediately says, I want to protect you. Just like Mahiru protected her earlier. You gotta love this friendship that's blossoming right now. Mahiru's probably just like, she's like Hiyoko. She's like Hiyoko, but nicer. Much nicer. Why did all these beans come to me? Rindo really wants to use his flamethrower. Paimon falls flat on her face. Nekomaru puts a death collar on Gun while he's asleep. Oda is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Dark Energy just rolls around Komaru. She's back as a ghost. She's going ghost. But for real, Chisa summons her persona, uses Frey on Izuru. The nuclear blast leaves burns on his back. La Señora's got a fishing rod. She can catch all the fish. Ruka fires her laser gun at Hiroko, misfires, hitting a tree, causing the mighty oak to fall and kill them both. The danger of misfire. You can find all these weapons, but you might not hit your target. It might hit you. Yui finds Heizo in a trap, manages to free him. Shoka finds a seemingly official degree from a powerful Archon. Will she dare to hang it up? Sophie accidentally lets go of her own balloon. Sophie's incredibly sad. Oh, that's sad. I don't like that. The Archon sees Great Prince Makoto, ran him by the Pyro Vision. He's gonna need it. We are down another 10. One of them's back as a ghost, but we have 47 left after this clear. Dayloon 4. Chiaki, Crazy Yoko, extra large. So, Pennyworth, Mr. H, Flora, Joe, Kana, Ruruka, Hiroka. Well, I think it's about time. It's about time. It's about time we do something. What is that something that we need to do? I mean, it's proceed. We're gonna keep going. That's what we're gonna do. We have 47 left. I probably gotta write down so much more misfortune. We gotta go. We gotta go. Are you ready? Are you ready to go? We got some big time things in here. We got the tank. We got the climate change remote. We got the decree from a powerful archon. Will any of them be used? At the top of the round, we see a lot of things happen, but I don't think any of those big items have been used yet. Makoto, Paimon surround Sakura in the middle of a pond. The power of Electro, Sakura electrocutes the both of them. Get a fit of frenzy. Akane creeps up on Karumi and snaps her neck. Nemona then sees that, creates a sphere of air around Akane and Yui, who's kind of just napping on a tree, keeping it there long enough to suffocate them from within. I've had enough of these mystical shenanigans to disqualify Sato from the game. Sophie snaps out of it, she's no longer sad. Leon twiddles his thumbs. Ranger trips and falls in a really bad way. Not enough to kill him. Ranger. He is stepping, but he misstepping. Clover has an arcane scepter. That's scary. Something inside of Chisa drives her to fight for what she believes in. She's feeling heroic. She is a hero. Katoka used the power of Hydra to playfully splash Katoka. Katoka is not amused. She's like, he got my clothes wet. Rantaro looks around for stuff to surround Toko. Ominously carries a lantern. That's a good look. Wanderer won't die like the others. La Senora cast her rod in the river, pulled out a tuna. Someone's eating good tonight. Noelle feels unstoppable with her laser gun. Maya and Monica team up to ambush Monokuma, slaughtering him, which is a really funny, trio. Robot and Maya, controlled by Monica, team up and ambush Monokuma. Yeah, no, that's really funny. Seiko mixes more AV brand disinfectant. Heizo finds an open sign, must belong to a popular arena supermarket, maybe you should return it. Mischief Rats runs up to Gundam, lovingly embrace him wholeheartedly. Raiden Shogun gathers ammo for a slingshot. Hajime tries to make his collar look fashionable. It's not working. Mahiru. Thanks Nahida for being there for her. Zuru isn't really feeling like himself and he's getting a little frenzied. Master uses the mysterious gas to knock out Clover and Katoka, putting death collars on them. Nekomaru comes back to his senses and Oda knocks out Noelle in a fist fight, puts a death collar on her. We have so many collars. I expect majority votes soon. We'll see. On doesn't care much for this place. Yuta summons their persona to use his Bufu, trapping the Raiden Shogun's feet in ice. She won't catch a cold. Nahida ponders about how best to use her wish ring. I forgot you had a wish ring. Teru accepts the shadow as his own. Gains the power of persona. Maple is being adorable as always. Izuyoi sobs quietly. Armed with his flamethrower, Rendo torches Joker to a crisp. He's a dead boy. Kamaru misses being able to have dinner. Katoka takes selfies on top of her rad tank Tama. Can't help but admire her own genius mind. Kanji summons his persona, uses Zio. Fitting. Shocking Lowell, leaving her dazed, panting like a wild beast, his eyes bulging out. Zaro's frenzy grows so overpowering that his heart gives out. Mai puts all of her items in a backpack, but those items get misplaced. Oh my gosh. Place to ya. Taichi builds a rocket. Who's gonna take a trip in the Doctor's rocket ship? I guess that's actually a TARDIS. Monica's unbridled rage is her own undoing. The anger kills her. Shoka sets up a table before grabbing Masaru in a headlock. Shoka then slams Masaru through a table, which is honestly good news for Noelle because every second Masaru was in was a ticking time bomb to him flying off of a cliff and taking her out with him. We lost, I think, 11 this round after this Claire de Lune 4. Makoto, Paimon, Karumi, Akane, Yui, Sato, Monokuma, Joker, Jotaro, Monica, Masaru. That last three was not an enjoyable last three for the Warriors of Hope, was it? Jotaro back-to-back to Monica, back-to-back to Masaru. I think Katoka should be watching out right now. She's like, oh gosh, I don't like this trend that's going on right here. We got 36 left. 12 more until a standard size game. 26 more until your saving grace picks, but for right now, we're not even halfway through. So we gotta keep on keeping on. And we still have a good chunk of those events, arena events that could happen are still in place. We'll click the next round and see, ooh boy, well this is what I was expecting eventually. Chisa scans the arena looking for enemies lurking about. Maple challenges Taichi and Kanji to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Taichi, he's really feeling himself now. After losing to Cena, he's like, I gotta bring out the brutality, because he knows he's gonna have a fight ahead of himself tonight. Kanji murders both competitors before eating a single pancake, winning entry into the World Pancake Championship match. Oh, you know, I suppose this is a majority vote, so we will play the majority vote music, shall we? Hajime, Mahiru, Kotoka, Maya, Clover, and Gundam were all forced to play the majority game. Clover received the most votes, but unfortunately she was the keymaster. Everyone suffered a gruesome demise. Yeah, Clover knows a thing or two about gruesome demises. Let's keep going. That brings us immediately down to 30, actually 28, because we lost 2 right before that. Izue finds a little bikini, puts it on. Yuta has found a table, hopefully nobody goes through it. Leon finds a handgun, just enough bullets to be useful. Kamaru plays around with her incorporeal body because she is a ghost. Raiden Shogun creeps upon Nemona. Nemona creates a gust of air and escapes her. Ranger trips and falls into Sophie, sending them both careening off a cliff. However, Ranger somehow trips on the way down and breaks his fall. Raiden Shogun's still caught in that trap. How did oh, I guess Raiden Shogun was probably, how are you creeping up on her, Raiden? That's the real question, actually. How'd you do that? Who knows? Mai accepts her shadow as her own. As herself, rather, gains a power persona. La Senora cast a rod in a river, pulled out a tank? Heizo hangs up a... Oh, boy. Oh, we're about to go into real quick overtime on this one. I was gonna say, I know I have Rebel Heart on here. Heizo said, it's time to shop at AB's Wares and Despairs, and I said, let's do it. Raitaru gets a 99% discount on a belt of Pokeballs on. Gets a 15% discount on a Vision. How do we sell those here? I'm honestly not sure. Nahida works at Yoko's Items and Misfortune is only there gathering intel. Don't love that. Oda gets a 99% discount on my soundboard. Wait, that's not for sale. I need that. Toka gets a 15% discount on a Vision. How do we sell those here? I know a guy. Shoko works at Eevee's Wares and Despairs, restocking the shelves as best as she can. Sakura tips over an aisle, which causes aisles to fall like dominoes, killing Noelle. Ranger and Nemona in the process. Noelle, hopefully you'll do better tonight. All this foot trafficking is really doing a number on the store, so I hire Seiko as a janitor. I already did. That's not gonna be the intro, because it's like flat between 2 big-time death events, but that's real good. Izuru, Rindo, and Leon go shopping in the freezer section. Tama locks them all in, freezing them to death. Teru gets a 75% discount on a Wish Ring. How spectacular. Nakamaru gets a 25% discount on a Slick Sword. Kanji takes too many free samples, killed off by security. Kotoko takes a free sample and is allergic to it and dies. Wanderer and La Senora joust with shopping carts. Wanderer survives. The Akanji, Grapich, and Tama. Dendro Vision is on her side. We are down to 18 now. And we'll come back to that music because it's actually, for right now, a Clear Day Lune 4. Maple, Taichi, Hajime, Mahiru, Kotoka, Maya, Clover, Gundam, Sophie, Noelle, Ranger, Nemona, Rindo, Leon, Izuru, Kanji, Kotoko, La Senora. So when I was like, oh my gosh, 26 more, we got some time to go. There's not 26 more until that now. Right now it's much less until, much less until that, I'll tell you what. It's only 8 until you're saving Grace picks. That's, much less, as I said before. Let's go ahead and proceed. Get those 8. See if anybody racks up any more Misfortune, because honestly we got a nice little extra list going on here. Even though most of these characters will not see this Misfortune get used, we will see some of these Danganronpa characters use it in the 1 vs 100 episode. Next round C's. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? Hold up. People are still shopping at my store. Put the, oh boy. Well, we'll see what happens. Give me Rebel Heart. We'll see what happens here. On sets the force ablaze, catching Toko, Sakura, and Seiko in the flames. Teru picks up an Eden lying in various places. Izua gets a 69% discount on a nice stack of pancakes. Chisa gets a 32% discount on a dope chainsaw. Shoka hangs up a notice from the almighty Shogun. The Vision Hunt decree has commenced. Wanderer and Shoka decide not to take sides. They don't think this will last any more than a day anyhow. Mai has no vision. Devoted her whole life to the Shogun's desires, she's picked up a samurai sword. Kamaru sees the spirits of many lost souls from the battles of the Vision Hunt decree. Heizo attempts to capture On. Unfortunately, Heizo, for him, On is able to scorch him to death before he has a real chance. Oda and Yuta. They don't think this will last more than a day anyhow. Nekomaru has no vision. Violence stirs something deep in him. He has a Geo-vision now. Yuta finds my climate change remote. Well, good on him. Raiden, Shogun, and Teru decide not to take sides. They don't think this will last more than a day anyhow. Tama has no vision. She's got a Cryo one. I think she had one, but you know what? She's got another one now. Rantaro has been granted an Animo vision, and Nahida's got Hydro. That's not correct, but we did indeed still lose 4. And it's a quick Clear Day Lune for them. Toko, Sakura, Seiko, Heizo. I do need to get that, the music. And I know I have the sound file, I just don't have it on my soundboard, unfortunately. Gotta get the music for the Raiden Shogun. But we still got 4 more interior save and grace picks. We're almost there. Might as well keep going. And as we proceed, we see some things are indeed happening. Rantaro tosses at a Pokeball. Out comes Roserade, uses Petal Dance, tearing Yuta to shreds. Nekomaru swooshes the air with a sword. Wanderer disappears for a while, comes back with a Wizard Robe. Tama tries to kill Wanderer, but he's got that Wizard Robe. Chisa has no vision. Devoted her life to the Shogun. She's got a Samurai sword. Shoka collides with a tree. Having trouble remembering which team she's on, she's now mismatched Shoka. Goodness gracious. As Mai hunts for other tributes, for Vision Bearers, goodness gracious. Izue has no vision, something deep inside of him stirs. Pyro Vision's now on his side. Rhydon puts a death collar on Rantaro while he's asleep, and it doesn't, you know what else happens while he's asleep? Komaru kills him. Oda has a blank expression and seems unresponsible what's going on. Teru sets up the table before grabbing Wanderer by the throat, chokeslams Wanderer through the table. Nahida wishes for some comic books. Her wish ring shimmers for a second and her wish materializes in front of her eyes. That's a whole being. On sees the Raiden Shogun caught in a trap. Instead of freeing her, On sets the trap and the Raiden Shogun on fire. Raiden Shogun, you've been doing some weird things while you were trapped. I guess it was only ice on her feet, so maybe she's kind of just been like carrying herself around with these icy feet just encased in a block of ice. She's walking on her hands. Anyway, we're at your final 10. We're at your saving grace picks. Hit up this final Clear Day Lune for Yuta, Rantaro, Wanderer, Raiden. Oh, Wanderer and Raiden back to back. Isn't that cute? It's not. We're at your final 10. Oh man, I'm intrigued at these final 10. And they are not my final 10, but they might, some of them might be because I need some new picks. But so do you, don't you? This final 10, it won't your final 10 either, unless for some reason you did. It wasn't like a massive episode, but it was still like normal size, so I'd be surprised if you don't need any saving grace picks. But if you don't, congratulations to them, or to you. I'm still gonna make some. Saving grace picks. We still have Tama. Tama from Split Path wants to do it for Aiba, wants to do it for a dead not Mamakuma, no thank you, Monokuma. Dark Aesthetic sees Shoka. She knows that Gundam's #1 gold. She knows a tag team champion, she knows that the Hall of Fame is a thing now. She's like, I gotta start working my hardest so I can be in there one day. So people know my name. So people know who I am as we proceed. We still have Mai, who's got 2 samurai swords and wants to do right by the Raiden Shogun. Will she be able to do it? I'm uncertain. But we gotta keep on keeping on to see. Makoto's all alone, Lamau. Clover is still around. Never mind, she's dead. I keep like missing it because the X is like blends in perfectly with her hair. She ain't alive, but she says she's got a misfire, she's got a samurai sword, she's got a chainsaw, she's got a persona, she's got plenty of things. She could win this whole thing for Mr. H and the Gatekeeper as we keep on keeping on. Teru trying to do it again and get you guys a fan vote late in the season. Pastry Party's still hanging in here, with Izue wants to do it for Akechi, wants to do it for Maple as we go on. We still see Nahida, the Bean, and On with 5 KOs. Both of these ladies, well, one of them's going ham and one of them's reading comic books. Hey, you know what? Wishes can take you far. When you wish upon a star, dreams will take you very far. Nekomaru from Lasting Shot is still in here with a Geo Vision. Can he win it all? We'll scroll down and I think that's just about... No, we have both members of our tag team champions? No, we don't. Kamaru's dead. But Oda's been shell-shocked this whole time. He's just been chilling. if he doesn't snap out of it, he might just wake up in like the final two like, hey, I'm alive. Oh, yoop-de-doy. Who would have thunk? Oda's still in here trying to get you guys a fan vote as well. Can he do it for the people? That's Wednesday. It loves the people, apparently. I love the repair. But make your saving grace picks first, second, and third. Make them also with that subscribe button. I'm gonna tell you to just, I don't know. Take your hand, make it go like this, and then go like boom, and then subscribe button. Hit it with the cobra. I'm gonna make my picks. Give me some more of that music real quick. Thank you. I'm gonna take old Nahida right there. She's gonna take a duke on everybody left in this competition. For second, I'm gonna take the tag team champions Oda. I think Komaru the Ghost is gonna help Oda out throughout the rest of this game. Hopefully doesn't possess the wrong person, but I guess that would still be beneficial for her team. And for third, I'm gonna take Chisa. I'm gonna take Mai. Oh my gosh. Mai's been a part of some very cool teams, I'll be frank. Where's my glove? A classic. However, that's all that I got. It is your final 10. A whole 10. And they're all standing tall with the same pulse, the same determination, and perhaps even the same fate as that of a samurai woman. Final 10. Let's close this bad boy out. And we see some people do indeed perish, but somebody comes back and somebody else comes back as a zombie. Izuyoi tops us through with pancakes. The nuclear waste from the power plant that the arena was built on top of reanimates Heizo's body, zombifying him. Chisa's persona finally levels up, upgrading Freya, or Frey to Freyla. Nekomaru. Summon stones around On's feet. On is now trapped. Oh no, Shoka's got a dimensional scythe. That, honestly, not a bad pick for the final few items. Tama buries On and Izuo in piles of ice, freezing them both alive. Now she's got a death collar on her via Oda as well. Nahida finds a sword, shiny and sharp, a rather nice find. Teruteru wishes for an interesting accent. His wish ring shimmers for a second before answering his wish. Avril Lavigne! My summons her persona using a sigh. Attacking Shoka, leaving her dazed with a splitting headache. We lost 3. 1 via possession, and then 1... that's it, somebody came back. We're actually only down to 9 now. So, it is indeed a terrible turnabout. No, yeah, it's a terrible turnabout for Komaru, On, Izuyoi. But I mean, like, it's still technically Samurai Woman, so we gotta... Shall we? Let's do it. Final 9 still in play. Let's see how this unfolds. Rantaro's also yeah. A lot of people did indeed perish. Heizo dangles his rotting limbs around, fiddling with them. Nekomaru summons a shield, protecting him from Tama's attack. Nekomaru then causes the ground beneath Tama to cave in, bearing her alive. Chisa finds some of their scrap. She's now cave Chisa. Oda's on the verge of a nervous breakdown. Teruteru wishes Shoka would just disappear. His wishing shimmers for a second, then nobody seems to remember Shoka even ever existed at all. Using scrap materials, Nahida builds a flamethrower. Mai fires her handgun at Invalid Actor Tune, but misfires. It hits a metal structure, causing the bullet to ricochet and kill Mai, but she lives! She isn't dead! Who would have thunk? It's a glitch in the system. What saved her? Rantaro attempts to get the collar off of his neck, but it's already gone. How did he You misplaced your own collar, Rantaro. I guess misplaced ain't always that bad. We lost another 2 at your final 7. Mai shockingly avoided death. The misfire didn't work on her. Good on her. But I will say, it is still a terrible turnabout for the 2 that we did lose. Tama, Shoka. And who knows, a ghost might come back and bring them back. Some revival item might come back and bring them back. But it's still a samurai woman that's coming back. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it. Let's go. Next round, he's. Well, Nekomaru said, he said it, I'll tell you what he said. He said, if the ricochet won't do the job, this massive rock will. He will have order, dropping it to the ground from the heavens above, killing Oda and Mai in the process. Teruteru summons his persona, uses Agi, scorching Rantaro's back. Heizo continues to decompose as his body continues to move. Chisa, wearing leather scraps, is a sight to behold. Wanderer is also back as a ghost, and another ghost in Rantaro. Takes out a Pokeball, Alchemist Lucario uses Aura Spear, decimating Nekamaru, and Nahida's got my soundboard. Wait, how? We're down to just 4 now. It is Rantaro, it is Nahida, it is Teru, and it is Chisa. As your final 4, after this terrible turnabout 4. Oda, Mai, Nekamaru. Teru really trying to get you guys that fan vote. The late season fan vote. Could he do it? It's possible. Very possible, but there's also a ghost in play, there's a zombie in play. Anything could happen at these final 4. And within our final 4, you know what we like to call it. Teru, Chisa, Rantaro, and Nahida are all caught in what we like to call a crisis of fate. Let's do it. It is the final 4, 25% odds for everybody except, you know, there's ghosts and zombies in play, so there's plenty of other odds that are thrown off that 25%. Just like Chisa summoning her persona using Freyla, the resulting explosion leaving Rantaro unmoving. Wanderer misses being able to have dinner. It started when an alien device would have did in the final 3. That's devastating. Secrets that it hid. He's got superpowers. He's no ordinary kid. He could earn you guys a fan vote. He's Teru 10. Nahida tries to build a tank out of sticks and rocks. It's useless, but it looks cool. And Heizo is still that zombie dangling his rotten limbs around, fiddling with him. Rantaro. It is indeed a terrible turnabout for you. Rantaro. Now, here's what's up. Chisa's still in, Teru's still in, Nahida's still in. Chisa has that persona. Teru has the Omnitrix, which could easily take out 2 people at once, and Nahida's kind of just vibing. We still have a Ghost as Wanderer in play. A lot of things could happen in this final 3, but it's still technically just a crisis. Not a dire docs. It was a crisis of fate. Chisa, Teru, Nahida, it could end when I click next round. Will it end when I click next round? It does not end when I click next round. We are down to just 2 though, as the onion has been peeled. I'm not crying, you're crying. Teru transforms into a massive 4-armed alien, tossing an onion to the heavens above. Never seen again. Chisa can't handle the circumstances after losing a teammate and has become cowardly in the final 2. Wanderer plays around with his incorporeal body, and Heizo is still decomposing. Now, this is interesting. Chisa this is fan vote versus nothing to report, and it's all after this terrible turnabout 4. Nahida. And now I gotta ask you that one fatal question. It's been all about Misfortune today, and I think, yeah, both of these characters have a Misfortune on them, and they made it all the way here to the end. And so without further ado, I have to ask you who. Will it be Teru, Chisa? Chisa's been feeling a little bit like a coward lately. Who would have thunk that she'd make it to the final 2 and immediately say, I don't know if I want to do this no more. Teru's got that Omnitrix in the final 3, he got it, and that is one of the most powerful items in the game if you use it right. But do not count out Wanderer bringing someone back. Do not count out the zombie victory in Heizo. Any of these are a possibility within our final 2. What will unfold? I don't know. But I must ask you one more time, will it be Teru for the fan vote? Chisa for nothing to report. Teru, Chisa, Ghost, Zombies. It's the final 2, and as I click next round, we may see it all end, and it does. The fan vote comes to you guys as the Wanderer kills Chisa through ghastly means. Heizo's dangling those withered limbs. It could have been his game to win if only he bit our true winner today, as Teru was distracted, cycling through his alien choices. Only one remained, and that one earned you guys a fan vote after this terrible turnabout 4. Chisa. Well, not for nothing. Love it. Love to see it. You guys, It was close. You guys were cutting it close, but here in the last episode where you guys could have earned a fan vote. No, I suppose you could have in the tag team last stand. You could have, technically, if the champions won. However, you had much better odds in this game, and those odds did indeed come true. They did not rain chaos, but they sure enough won for a second time. Hey, you know what? For real though, Teru is low-key working on a Hall of Fame career lately. After, I gotta say it, he's your winner. La Senora? She did it last time. Teru, he does it this time. Including preseason, they've racked up 3 wins in season 13, and that's not even all the wins they've ever gotten. Let it be noticed that they are fighting and giving you guys a fan vote today. Deep fried chicken takes the win. And there it all is. Incredible. We see so many people. Sakura got 6 KOs, On with 5, Tama with 5, Rantaro with 3, Nimona with 3. Teru had 4, Kamaru with 3, Nekamaru also had 3, Kanji with 2, Rendo with 2, Wanderer with 2, everyone else with 1 or less as we bring up that tag team bracket. They did it. I didn't think it was going to be them. I thought it was going to be Chisa. But you know what? Nothing to report. They still got something to be proud of. What is that? Friendship, good times, incredible competitors. Chisa and the AWE, the winner of the Rumble, she's going to AV Mania. There we go. They got something to be proud of. I'll tell you what. But what else is going on? I don't know. Let me take a step back. And say, go ahead and enter your submissions, who you think deserves to be, and this is like the first one, so really like think about this one. Your favorite moments, and when I say moments, it can be like someone winning a title or winning their first game, you know? Because those are big moments, those are like moments that people remember. Because like, let's be honest, not every character is like, oh my gosh, you're definitely Hall of Fame worthy. That's just not the case. That's just not the case. Like Mitsurai, he's had Hall of Fame moments, but I'll tell you what, he is not. I don't think he's a bona fide Hall of Famer. He's not a bona fide Hall of Famer. But he has had a Hall of Fame moment. So like Mitsurai winning his first title, that's a potential Hall of Fame moment candidate. Just because of how it was built over like 12 full seasons. And it started season 13, the Misfortune season. It just tells a good story. I think that is a contender for Hall of Fame moment. But out there, there's also like moments in games where you're like, oh my gosh, took a sheep victory, the very first sheep victory, or Makoto all the ways back in his ultimate lucky victory. It's moments like those. You gotta remember those moments. However, just keep those in mind and enter those, because I could just pick some, but I was like, there's some that I probably don't remember that you guys do remember that hit you guys, and I'll be like, you know what? That one does hit, that one does slap. Which is why I want you guys involved in this process. That being said, that's all the time we got. But that's not all the time that you'll be seeing me, because at this point in time, I'm probably just getting home and starting to set up the matches again. Because they don't save in 2K22, and it's awful. But they do save in 2K23, so when we make that transition, oh, that's gonna save me so much more time. That being said, On the Road to Ticket to Paradise starts within the next hour. Unless something is gonna miss, and fingers crossed that it doesn't. So get ready for it, get excited for it. We got some quality matches, some fun times, and some surprises, so we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Anything else? Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, On the Road to Ticket to Paradise. The last episode before the free-for-all for OC action is Sunday. So get excited for it. Tag team action returns. Maybe some surprises in there too. We'll have to wait and see. Toodaloo, Flight Crew. Thanks for watching.